Hello, kindergarten. You just finished topic 8, so now we're moving on to topic 10, which you're finding different parts of numbers. So this is what one of your pages is going to look like for your Tuesday math. I just want to remind you that when you're doing your math, that these 3 blocks of pictures all go with the visual learning video. So you might want to check that out today before you do your math, because this math can be kind of tricky today. So you're going to be working on numbers 11, 12, and 13 today. So for an example, you are going to come up with an equation that matches the number of blocks. You can see my pointer is right here, and you need to come up with an equation to match the blocks. So remember that this frame right here is called a 10 frame. So when that is completely full, you know that we have 10 cubes. So 10 would be the first part, and then you need to figure out how many more cubes are below this 10 frame. Well, there's 1, so you'd put the number 1, and then if you need to count your total to get your sum, the answer to your addition problem. So Mrs. Sonic has an example I'm going to show you. So I created a 10 frame, which is full with connecting cubes. And then I also have some extra ones down here. So I know that my 10 frame is full so that I can put the number 10 because it is completely full. There's no spots missing, so I know that I have 10 total. And you could always count to double check if you want, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that 10 frame is full, so that's our first part. And then we need to count our second part. So below the 10 frame, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to add 4, and now we need to figure out our sum. Remember, the sum is the answer to an addition problem. We need to figure out that sum. So we could either start from the beginning and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to get our answer. But there is a quicker way to get our answer, and we kind of talked about this in Mrs. Sahanik's class, is that if we know that we have a full 10 frame, we don't need to count that again because we already know that there are 10 cubes there. So we can count on. So this would be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we get the same answer, it just goes a little bit quicker. Now, on some of your math today, kindergarten, they are going to try to trick you again, and they are going to be putting the sum at the beginning. So their equation would look like this. 14 equals 10 plus 4. So it's the same equation. They're just flipping and putting the answer first, and then the two parts. So be careful that you're looking for that equal sign to figure out where your parts and your total need to go. So on this part of your math, you'll do just like Mrs. Sahanik did. And then on this part, they want you to draw the two different parts. You fill up your 10 frame for the first 10, and then you need to draw 2 counters below because it's asking you to add 2 more. And then if we add 2 more, it'd be 10, 11, 12 for your answer. So that's what math looks like today. And then towards the end of math kindergarten, they are going to give you 2 10 frames. So Mrs. Humming also has an example of that. So I will just draw counters for this example. So here are the 2 10 frames. So if I have a full 10 frame, remember that would be a total of 10. So I can start with that. So I'd have 10 plus, and then they're going to tell you to add a number today. So they might tell you to add 1 or add 2 or add 3. So if they tell us to add 3 more counters in that second 10 frame, it would be plus 3 equals, and remember now we can count on because we know that we have a full 10 frame. So 10, 11, 12, 13. And one little trick, kindergarten, if you're adding anything with 10, do you see how that they're just replacing this 0 with a 3? So here they're taking out the 0 and they're plugging in the 3. So anything plus 10, so example 10 plus 1, if you take this 1 and you plug it into where the 0 is, you'd get 11. Kind of an easy way to check your math today. And then tomorrow you're going to be doing a similar thing with different numbers, and same with on Thursday and Friday. So they're just, today you're working on numbers 11, 12, and 13, and then tomorrow it's a whole new set of numbers, but doing the same thing. So you guys can always take out your counters or your connecting cubes to help you figure out math. And if you have any questions, please ask your teacher.